Hey guys, okay, just want to make a quick video on this board and batten siding that I'm putting on this house here. So this is red pine from New Hampshire. They're 9¼ inch wide boards by 8, 10, 12, and 16 feet, whatever you need. Rough cut on one side, smooth on the back. And they are treated with a chemical, I guess, or sort of like a stain from a company called Eco Wood Treatment in New Brunswick, Canada, I believe. So what you do is you mix the powder. It comes in a powder form. You mix it with water, and then you spray it on the boards, and it effectively treats them forever. So with red pine, this is sort of the look you get. It starts out a little reddish, and then it goes to sort of a dark, super dark brown, and then over time will start to fade a little bit. So it basically just ages the wood quicker than nature would do it. And I also sprayed these pressure treated beams with it. Anyway, so the boards were put on about 6 months ago. So that's the look you get after about 6 months. And then these battens here, you can see I sprayed them about 3 days ago. So that would be the color difference. Like I said, they started a little red. And then that's the color they go to there. So I just wanted to make a video putting the battens on and just talk about how these are actually secured. So I've got strips of wood. I think it's 1x4 pine behind there, attached to the gable end. And this house is ICF, so down here I put the strapping right on the plastic strips of the ICF with wood screws. I think I did every 16 inches of wood screw, and then the battens go every 16 inches this way. And then to secure the boards, I use galvanized nails out of a nail gun, and I put them sort of in the middle. I kept them, a few inches away from the edge, because if you put them too close to the edge, if the board shrinks, it splits and tries to, it shrinks and tries to split right here. Obviously, it happens more when you're using wet boards. These boards were kiln dried, so it wouldn't have been as big of a deal, but it's still the proper way to install them. And then when I put the battens on, I'm using 3-inch deck screws. And the reason I'm doing that is because it helps pull the joint together. So if the boards are trying to cup, which they usually do, because they try to dry on the outside, a little bit more than the inside, even if they are kiln dried. So they cup a little bit. Very minimal cupping on these boards, again, because they're kiln dried, but still use the screw to pull everything together and keep a nice tight joint between the batten and the board. So I'll just show you one of those going on right now. And when I put these boards on, I tried to keep them as tight as possible. So like this board was probably tight when I put it on, but it did, a little crack does open up. Some of them stay tight. Sort of just depends on the moisture content. But anyway, I take a deck screw and I can find where my strapping is, because obviously you can see the nails. So I'll put it somewhat centered, start my screw until the screw is just poking out the back, and then you can use the screw to find the center of the crack, and then you can slide it up to where you need to be. In this case, it's the soffit. And then I just put it loose, and then I come, depending on the size of the piece, about 3/4 or halfway down. I eyeball the center of the batten, screw it in until I see the screw, and then you can find the crack, and then put it in. I'll show you how it pulls the board tight. So you can see there's a space there, and the deck screws do a really nice job of pulling it in. And then I'll just put another deck screw on every piece of strapping. And then if anyone's wondering, I did stain the battens all the way around. Might be a little bit overkill, but it just gives it a little bit of extra protection. And to make the battens, I actually just did them on like a mill, on a bandsaw mill. So I laid out 8 or 10 boards, and then I cut them, whatever I could get out of a 9¼ inch board, which is approximately 1.25 inches per batten. And that works out nice. About 1.5 to 2 inches is a nice size for a batten with this size of board. And you can get a lot of them done very quickly on a mill. If you have to put them through a table saw, well, you have to do that, but it goes a little faster on that. And then, not that it's super noticeable, but when you run it through a mill, you obviously get the rough cut on all the sides, right? Except because it's going through the same mill that would have cut it off in slabs. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions about doing a board and batten type siding house, just leave them in the comments there and I'll try my best to get to them. I know I had a lot of questions before I started this place, so if there's anything that I can help you out with, just let me know.